a super trippy thing happened to me today. I have a very good friend who says the mind is plastic. He's a big believer of that, and I am now as well. Um, because I thought the way that my mind worked and saw the world was the way it was going to be forever. I didn't think it could change. And it was extremely scary until I just accepted it. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to like live this way for the rest of my life, you know? In a bad way. It was not the way I saw the world was not good at all. Um, I was miserable, but I just kept trudging through. Anyways, um, and one of the programs that I'm in, the lady, she's been a therapist and had her own practice for like over a decade, and she says this as well. She says the mind's plastic, and I was like, that's cool. Okay. My good buddy says this, and then she says that. I was like, okay, how so? Show me. And I'm doing this exercise from her. Um, I'm a anxious preoccupied. Like that's the attachment style that I have, and I'm trying to heal that and become securely attached. In relationships, in everything really, but the way I clarified that made that sound like I only wanted to do that in relationships, but that's where I'm applying it currently, and I have really bad abandonment issues, and whenever I feel abandoned, my mind just goes down this pathway. If you could look at it as like this is the way I see it in my mind is whenever kids walk on like a lawn, right? If they do it one time, the lawn looks perfectly fine. But when kids do it every day for a whole year, there starts to become a path of dead grass. So anytime your brain is going to go down this route or look for a route to go down, it's automatically going to go down the path of least resistance. So the path that you have built the most in your brain. And I was really fucked in the head for a long time. So it has a very strong pathway in that sense. So my brain will automatically go down that path in the lawn, right, of this fucked up pathway. Well, this morning I did this exercise where I'm reprogramming my subconscious. And I'm trying to remember exactly what exercise I was. I just got done with work. I'm pooped. It's 9 o'clock. I'm not even done with work. But anyways, taking a break before my next work. But what was the exercise? Damn it. I'm drawing a blank. Super helpful, right? It was obviously very effective. Very impactful. What was it? What was the exercise I did? Oh, so it's about the 7 areas of life, and then you write down why you believed that like you were good enough in that area of life, why you were smart, why you were lovable, why you know, I forgot what it was, but it was this language pattern, and then you filled out the language pattern with an adjective, I believe, something that described like lovable, smart. I believe. God, I hope that's not like a noun or something. I would sound like a retard. Anyways, um, but then you would have to give evidence. So because I have a ton of evidence why I'm not, because I've been thinking that way for my whole life, and I did it this morning for half an hour. So I currently do half an hour in the morning and half an hour at night. That's all I can handle. Like I don't have the endurance. I was actually talking to a friend about this. It's like, it's funny. I can be on sales calls for like 12 hours a day. Like not a problem. And it's like, well, you've built up that endurance. And he broke my belief by saying, do you think this therapist, do you think like she gets exhausted after 30 minutes? And I was like, no, like it's actually a really good idea. It's like, no, she'd been doing it for a decade. So it's like, it's a muscle. I just have to rebuild that pathway. And it's so cool because for the first time in my life, I was walking downstairs. This is hours after the morning. So I did the exercise, and then like 4 hours later, I'm walking down the stairs and something happened. I forgot exactly what happened, but it triggered my abandonment wound. And my brain tried to go down the negative pathway like immediately. And then it was like, like I could see my brain like reversing out of that lane to go pull down the healthy lane, but the healthy lane wasn't built out yet. You know, it only had 30 minutes of work, whereas the other lane has 28 years of work done to it. You know, so there's been 28 years of work on this highway and only 30 minutes of work on this highway. So it's like, how much further can you really go down that 30-minute highway? You know, but it tried. So it went down the 28-year highway, backed out. I was like, wait. And then it pulled into the highway that's been built for 30 minutes, and it went the length that it could go. And then it went back out and went down the negative highway. And that just like really fascinated me. Like it blew my mind. It was the coolest thing ever. I've never had that happen before. Like it was so cool. Like it was like, wow, like life can be lived in a different way, you know? And that was super freeing because I truly did accept that I was just going to be stuck inside of my mind the way it was for the rest of my life. I just accepted it. And yeah, it's like giving me a new spark to life, which is funny because I could hear all my friends saying, "You a new spark? Like you're the happiest person ever," you know. But yeah, it gave me like a new spark to life. So yeah, the mind is plastic.